Law 31. Control the options, get others to play with the cards you deal. By giving your opponents a choice, they will feel that they're controlling their destiny. What they won't realize is that you're using them as a puppet to choose between two scenarios, both of which serve you. When given a choice between two possibilities, people rarely consider all the other potential options that could be on the table. Instead, they blindly choose to believe they have autonomy in their decision-making. Too much freedom creates anxiety. By setting up a narrow range of choices, you can guide your opponent to play right into your hands. Law 32. Play into people's fantasies. As the truth is often ugly, if you appeal to it, you risk being bombarded with the anger of disenchantment. Instead, by tapping into the fantasies of the masses, people will flock to you as you offer an alternative to the disillusionment of reality. By observing which aspects of everyday life are most abhorred, you can conjure up fantasies that promise the opposite of people's current realities and thus wield a phenomenal power. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Find your opponent's weakness. This is often an insecurity, an untamed emotion or desire, or sometimes a secret pleasure. To do so, look for the following instances when they behave like a child, which indicates some unresolved trauma in childhood. Contrasts, as an overt trait often conceals its opposite, that is, arrogance is often hiding insecurity. The weak link, which is often someone behind the scenes controlling their behavior. Ways to fill the void of their insecurity or unhappiness to wield significant power. How to encourage their uncontrollable emotion, as they won't be able to control themselves, and you can do the controlling for them. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion, act like a king to be treated like one. How you present yourself to the world will reflect how others see and treat you. Carry yourself with self-respect, confidence, and dignity to make it seem like you were destined for power. We must make ourselves demand and expect as much as a young child. Believe you are destined for greatness, and this belief will radiate outwards and others will believe it, too. Ask for less, and that is exactly what you'll get. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Never seem to be in a rush. Patience is a virtue. Learn to bide your time, and only strike when the timing is right. As time is a perception, by mastering your emotions, you can make time seem to move more slowly and lengthen your perception of the future. This allows you to become more patient and to see the bigger picture. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. The less interest you take in things that irritate you, the more superior you seem. By acknowledging your enemy, you give their existence credibility and, therefore, power. Paradoxically, the more you want something, the more it eludes you as your interest is too strong, which makes others feel uncomfortable and fearful. Occasionally, it's best just to leave things alone. By turning your back on what you want, you will drive your opponents crazy. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. By generating grand, spectacular gestures, you will heighten your presence and your power. People will be too dazzled by appearances to uncover what you're really up to. As opposed to using words, visual gestures contain an emotive power and immediacy that leave no room for doubt. Where words divide, images unite. Use this to your advantage. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. By consistently going against the grain in public, people will begin to resent you for making them feel inferior. Practice blending in and hiding your true feelings to nurture the common touch. By doing so, you will be left alone to express your true beliefs in a targeted manner. Once the base of power is established, you can then begin to disseminate your beliefs gradually, and they are more likely to be adopted. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. If you can stay calm while infuriating your opponents, you can gain an advantage. By finding their weaknesses, you can disturb them and play with them at will. The more angry they become, the more ridiculous they will appear. This will reduce their power. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Never trust anything that comes for free. Anything of worth is worth paying for. Most things that come for free come with a burdensome psychological price task. By paying, you avoid falling into the trap of having to be grateful, guilty, or deceitful. Further, being lavish with your money is a sign of power. Generosity softens up your opponents into being deceived.